Hey guys, welcome to the next episode in the Demon's Tea Room. I'd like to welcome you to Metairie Lake Lawn Cemetery here in New Orleans. It's a beautiful place and I can't think of a better place to discuss and talk about the subject matter in the first video in a multi-series that we're going to do on So You Want to Be a Paranormal Investigator. So our first step today is going to be we're going to answer some of the questions that I've been getting asked religiously online from people. The first question, the first one that comes to mind is, Cedric, I want to be a paranormal investigator, but I'm told I have to go to classes or I need all of this high-speed equipment to do it. Is that true? What do I need? So we're going to answer those questions for you. So let's go with the easiest of the easy. What are the bare minimum requirements that you're going to need to go out and hunt the things that go bump in the night? First off, yourself. You are the best piece of paranormal equipment out there. Your gut instincts. Your skin is set up when you feel changes in pressure, changes in temperature. Keep in mind your senses have been honed over thousands of years. Listen to them. They're not going to steer you wrong. Secondly, do I need all this high-speed equipment? No, really you don't. You need yourself, piece of paper to write notes down on. If you got it, most of us carry in our pockets the number one thing that a lot of paranormal investigators use on a regular basis, and that's your cell phone. Every one of us have them. They're all with us. And today, the really cool thing about being able to use these new smartphones is you have almost the entire collection of the great libraries of Alexandria right here. You've got a wealth of knowledge at your hands. You have more computing power than all the computers put together that sent us to the moon. So you got it right here. Use your phones. Piece of paper to have to document when you hear things. Now, as I was saying, you can download voice recorders on your phones, but a lot of times it's good to have a couple of voice recorders with you that you can drop in locations to just let them run while you're in an area. And they're not extremely expensive. You can pick them up for $20, $30 in places. And I'll tell you, and my wife Evie will tell you, don't drop a whole lot of money on the really, really nice ones unless you're going to keep those with you. Because when you come up with the bright idea of tying a rope around a brand new digital voice recorder and decide to send it down a well, your significant other might threaten you with certain bodily harm if that knot lets go and that brand new $90 digital voice recorder takes a long, slow dive to the bottom of the hole. Now, do you need classes to go and be a paranormal investigator? Does it help? Sure it does. You're going to want to do your research. You're going to want to search out the thing that you're going to be hunting and know more about it, just like you do with any hunt. But do you have to go to a class to do it? No. What you need is a lot of enthusiasm, some healthy skepticism. Keeping in mind when we walk into an investigation, be it at a known haunted location or when we have the chance to come in and help somebody out who has something going on in their atmosphere, we walk in as skeptics because I want to be able to disprove and debunk everything I possibly can. Give you a good example, one I use all the time, easy math. We walk in, we hear the stories of what's going on. If I can debunk 80% of the stories that we're hearing as normal, natural phenomena that's going on, everyday things. Example, when the kitchen window's cracked open just a little bit, you open the front door, the back door cracks open. That is debunking some of the stories that are being told. If I can debunk that 80%, that leaves me 20% that I have no logical explanation for why this is happening, what this phenomena is. Now you have something to hunt. Now you have something, if you do your investigations properly, you go through and use the scientific method, you try and find every possible way to debunk it and you still can't debunk it, now you've got evidence. Now you've got something that will stand up to hardcore skeptics who don't want to believe in the paranormal, taking a look at and not being able to shoot it out of the air. So you got your enthusiasm together, you got your skepticism together, you have the basics of equipment that you're going to need. What's the next step? Finding some place to go and hunt. Find a location that has reports of paranormal activity. Either look on it online or through word of mouth. But find that location, then start doing your own research into what the stories are that have happened there, what the history is behind that location, and is this a good place for you to go spend your time running around with your camera asking for things that go bump in the night to say hello to you. So, know we're covering a lot of ground here that we're going to go back and in further videos down the line, we're going to dive off deeper into each of these subject matters that we're talking about today. But the next step you need to talk and think about is the area you're going into. What are the laws and the safety concerns of those areas that you're going into? What are you going to be dealing with safety-wise, both environmentally as well as anything that's in that area? And B, legally, those laws change not only from state to state to state, but county to county to parish. So you need to have that in your wheelhouse, in your toolkit before you walk out of there. So inevitably, when the popos show up and start talking to you, you know you're okay. Because there's nothing worse than being in a location and not being quite sure if, when that officer pulls up, if you're going to be breaking the law or not. And a lot of times when those officers do show up, it's not a bad thing. In fact, those officers, a lot of time, if you get to know them and talk to them and they realize what you're out there doing, a lot of times they'll be your best sources of information on what's going on in the area because they are here all the time. They get the prowler reports and those reports in the middle of the night. And once they get to know you, know that you're not there to destroy the cemetery, that you're just there to chase ghosts, a lot of times they'll be really cool with you and let you go about doing your thing. But just make sure that you checked where you're going so you don't wind up accidentally going sideways for no reason. All right, y'all. So that's just a short list of the basics of what you need to jump out and go jump into this world of paranormal investigating that you've seen all of us do all over the world. Just remember when you go out there, just to cover real fast over some of the stuff, have a healthy skepticism when you walk into the area. Pay attention to your surroundings. Always keep your head on a swivel, both for the weather as well as the physical dangers that you can run into. And most importantly, and never ever forget this, have fun doing it. If you're not having fun out there ghost hunting, why are you there? So guys, I'll be seeing you out there. There's going to be more of these videos to come. We're going to dive off a lot deeper into what it is that we do as paranormal investigators and how to do it safely and intelligently. But until then, this is Cedric Whitaker here at the Demon's Tea Room. Be seeing you guys out there hunting the things that go bump in the night. Peace out. Test 1, 2, testing, testicles, bird testicles, testes, testes, testes.